Wednesday, so you know what that means. C-Dub, Bobby Haize, we all in the building today. We're going to flame some Packers fans. We're going to talk about the unofficial depth chart that got released. Some people are on their way out the door. We're going to talk about all that plus takeaways from day 11 of training camp. We'll get into all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
All right, fellas, let's get into the content for the day. Hopefully, everyone's having a good day today. We got the Bears released their first unofficial depth chart, and Kendall Fedora's at the back end of the cornerback list. Let's go ahead and get him up out of there. Bro. Kendall Fedora's on his way out. Kendall Fedora, when he saw that depth chart release, said,
"You gotta be kidding me!"
Like, wait a second, man. I know these young fellas was pretty good, but what this mean for your boy Kendall? Now, what do you guys think? What are some of your takeaways from seeing the unofficial depth chart that got released?
It's some things that you knew that was going to happen. Obviously, Justin Fields and stuff like that, they was going to be listed as they're going to be listed. But Kendall Vendor, it might be time for you to go, big dog. Man, you got to be all world in the preseason, bro, for you to stay on this team, bro. It looked like. Man, I don't want to pray for your downfall, but it ain't looking good, my guy. And Travis Gibson, too, bro. You at the bottom of the list, too, my guy. Ooh.
Bro.
It's early, though, but you at the bottom. My God.
Ooh. To me, it just symbolized that these guys got to put in that work. I mean, the talent gonna keep coming through that door, and if you ain't producing, you don't provide no value. Poe's gonna get you up out of there. Don't care how long you've been with the team. He don't care about what your ceiling could be. We talking about results and production right now. So, hey, that's all I see from it. It is what it is, man. You got to earn your spot. These guys, they struggled. I mean, Vildor, he got a little better, but he was still wanking out there. So, it is what it is for this moment. Y'all got to earn y'all spot. Shout out to the Bears.
Kendall Fedora's behind somebody named Macon Clark.
I ain't
never heard whose name. Like, he's out of there. It's over with. It's done. His mama right home. It's over with. Don't even worry about it. It's done. Kendall Fedora's up out of there, bro. Like you listed behind people I didn't even know was on the damn roster, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Bro. Who are these people, bro? Hey, and look though, I read an article that said that what's my man name who dropped all the punts and all the kickoffs last year? Velus Jones and Pettis or like fighting for like the roster.
That's next up.
That's next. Oh, my fault.
You get. But Travis Gibson is behind both Yannick Ngakoue, DeMarcus Walker, Dominique Robinson, Rasheem Green, Terrell Lewis, and DeAnthony Jones. He's at the end as well, and that does not look good for a player that's in their contract year on top of that. Now, we had all said that maybe Travis Gibson moving back as a depth piece could shine again, but it looks like the Bears may have said, hey, we ain't got time to wait on you, homie.
Bro, it does look like that, bro. And this is surprising to me that he'll be that far down, bro. But this might be the writing on the wall. Like, bro, we don't got the patience for you, bro. Yeah. Unless you just all of a sudden found the genie and just wish to be the best defensive lineman in the world. Your ass is gone, bro. You're free agent.
Yeah, it's like I said, man. These guys, they got to earn their spots. It's not just gonna be handed over to them. You know what I'm saying? And these guys about elevating this team, elevating this city. I'm all for it. Hey, not playing on your downfall, but if you want to be a Chicago Bear, you got to produce. It's just simple as that. I can't go to my job and be terrible. They're gonna fire my ass too. So you gotta do the same thing.
Yeah, I was thinking like he ain't even got any equity. Like, man, I had 9 sacks last year. I had 10 the year before. He ain't got no equity, Joe.
I mean, he does have the year that he wasn't the third most double teamed. He got 7 sacks, but I mean, he got that. That's the biggest thing. He ain't gets hat on, bro. He was double teamed a lot last season. So. But to what C-Dub was alluding to, it seems like the final wide receiver spot may come down to Dante Pettis and Velus Jones. Right now, Velus Jones is listed on the depth chart ahead of EQ St. Brown and Tyler Scott, and Dante Pettis is in that 7 spot. But considering Tyler Scott, his youth, we expect him to make it. Maybe you can make a conversation for EQ, but he's really the only other wide receiver with some legit size. But it seems like Pettis is on that bubble. How you guys feeling about that? And keep in mind too, I want to throw in another wrinkle in that. Velus Jones is listed as the primary kick and punt returner. So even though he's far down on the wide receiver list, he's listed as being first on both kick and punt returns. So what do you guys think about that?
Man, if I was Pettis, I would be very alarmed, bro, because I think I thought that the only way that he can make the team was kick returning, but I think Velus Jones is so much better than him. So, hey, man, you just gotta you gotta be great in the preseason or something, bro. You gotta, because I'll go with Velus 100% of the time, bro.
I feel you, but I ain't gonna lie. That Vegas is a bit shaky coming into this. I ain't gonna lie. Coming into this whole thing, we was like, bro, you didn't what? You muffed 3 punts last season? Cost us about 2-3 games? Yeah, I was a bit shaky on it, but looking at this right now, I honestly, I thought that Dante Pettis would probably had an upper hand on him initially, simply because he was more productive, at least as a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? I know Vegas has the potential to be, that, one of those Cordell Patterson type guys is what I like to look at. But that's why I thought Dante Pettis was going to get it. But I guess they might be like, hey, he got the speed. He been working on his catching. For some reason, if y'all seen the clips, these guys are throwing exercise balls at him while he's trying to field the punt, just to kind of distract him and make sure that he's securing the ball. So I guess that's been helping. And he bought a jug machine this past offseason. So, hey, it could have been all of the above, just trying to impress. And, hey, it is what it is. Shout out to him.
Hey, that motherfucker just bought a jug machine. I thought every wide receiver in the NFL would have a fucking jug machine in their backyard.
They probably go to the facilities, bro. Why have their own when they can go to the facilities? Like,
yeah, okay.
So, but all right, man. To get off that, anything else with the unofficial depth chart you got? I think that was the main things that stick out. Your boy Jack Sanborn is listed as the starter still, so you got that. But I really don't look at any other surprises on here personally. You guys?
No, I don't see any more surprises on there.
No, I think it makes sense to me.
Yeah, everything else seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, Justin Jones, Andrew Billings still listed as the starter on the defense in the interior defensive line. If that changes, I don't really expect it to change. So maybe halfway through preseason at that, if it does change, even though Devon Dexter's making a push. But otherwise, all this seems pretty straightforward, man. So
yeah, that's true.
We're going to go on and move on from that. We're going to move into takeaways from day 11 of training camp. And the offense had another good day. Justin Fields in the offense seemed, we know that they had the first two padded practices were very rough on the offense. Justin Fields mentioned how they need to match the intensity of the defense. It seems like the last two practices, they've done that well. It looks like they had a win the game drill, and the offense battled back nicely in that. They ended up winning that drill on a 50-yard field goal from Cario Santos. There you go, C-Dub. But it does seem like the offense is coming together. 12-yard completion to DJ Moore. Tevin Jenkins got beat for a sack. But other than that, even facing 3rd and 17, Justin Fields found Tyler Scott on an 18-yard reception. So pretty good final drive from the offense, and what we've hearing a lot more of the offense just matching that intensity they need to.
I want to say this is a great thing to hear, bro, because all of last week we were hearing that the defense are getting the better of the offense. Man, they real physical. They kind of getting the better of them. And then it started probably from that fight with Chase Claypool and Eddie Jackson. I don't think that is more of a problem. That was more of like, we ain't gonna take your shit no more. You know what I'm talking about? We out here, we gonna be physical as well. And for the look at Justin Fields throwing dots, he throwing them short passes like I wanted the layups looking clean out there. I'm liking what I'm seeing, bro. I'm really like, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. It is coming.
Oh, listen, say less.
Hey, but it's just to me, that's how it's supposed to be, man. If y'all ain't out there trying to make each other better, what are we doing this for? It shouldn't. To me, I'd be more concerned if the offense was winning every day. Yeah, I'd be like, what's going on with the defense? Or if the defense was beating up on the offense every day. Justin Fields, what the hell is going on with you?
Oh, bro.
So it should be, you know what I'm saying, a war, tug of war. We winning this day, the opposing side of the ball winning the other day, and iron is just sharpening that iron. That's what we want to see.
Yeah. Talk about iron sharpening iron, though. Rookie Tyler Scott, while he's impressed with his route running, it says that he crossed Jalen Johnson bad in a route, but dropped it. He still is. He's getting separations. He's running the routes correctly. The speed is legit, but he's still struggling with drop passes, man. It's like, is this going to be Ryan Poles' thing? You know, how, like AK keeps drafting people that can't shoot. Is it going to be that like Ryan Poles just keeps drafting wide receivers that can't hold on to the ball? What's happening here, bro?
What are we doing?
That's crazy. Like, bro, is it like kickers? Like once you start missing kicks, it's in your mental. When you start missing kicks, that you normally hit. Is it a mental thing? You think it's a mental thing with these kids? Is they trying too hard? What is the problem, bro? You've been catching balls all your career. Then you get to where you want to be, what you've been working for all your life, and you just you can't do it no more. What's the problem, bro? I don't get it.
Look, man, I know at least from experience, when you catching that ball, if you don't look it in, you got a big chance of dropping it. And this man got wheels, so he probably moving too damn fast and trying to hit the home run. But he gotta work on his technique. I think that's a technique thing. Wide receivers are taught to look the ball in. You know what I'm saying? So he got to go back to the technique. Get your hands right. Hell, if you got to spend a couple of your checks on a jug machine at home, you see Vegas. He trying to get right. You need to be trying to get right too, because what if this is a fourth quarter game? We on a drive, you going up the seam on the fly route, and you drop that.
Oh boy, we
you
gonna
drop
murder
that.
You.
Yeah,
On this show, you done for. You done for on this show.
Don't make me give you a nickname, Tyler Scott, bro. Don't make me give you a nickname, bro.
Bro.
I told y'all that what the Bears need to do: hire Tiana Trump and get they can never drop another ball. I'm telling you, bro. Like that's all they need. Like they need to learn the Tiana Trump grip. But anyway, we're gonna move off from that. Your boy Cario Santos hit 2 50-yard field goals in practice with high winds, bro.
Good job. Do that shit in the real game. Good job. I ain't even gonna poo-poo on you. Good job, Cairo. Good job.
Now, okay, thank you. On the flip side of that, talk about one person who worked on their drops. They made a point in today's takeaways to point out that Velus Jones is tracking the ball well with his punts. He has not dropped a punt in the last couple of days of practice.
You know what?
Until somebody hit his ear. Go ahead, though.
You know what? That's a great thing, though, because he cost us a couple games, bro.
Yeah.
He got to do all his fundamentals, bro. I love to see that. I appreciate that, Velus. See, that's why I picked him over Pettis, bro. Pettis is good, but he don't have the splash like Velus, bro. Velus can turn the game, bro. He can.
You just got to put it all together, man. And I think that's what it comes down to. All jokes aside, I think that is good that he ain't dropping the ball. I'm definitely going to be focusing on the first punt or the first kick return. I'm looking at him. I need to see if things looking different. Does he have the confidence? Is he looking everything in? I just mentioned before, these guys been throwing exercise balls at him and a bunch of other stuff at him to distract him to ensure that he's catching the ball. He's been doing so thus far. We're going to wait and see when the real action happens if he can continue it.
Facts. Now, talked a lot about the offense. Let's talk about the defense. Javon Dexter's putting pressure on people. They say that he keeps getting to the backfield consistently. Now he still needs to work on his get off. That's one thing. And maybe he can work on that with Unique Ngakoue, because while Unique was not a full member of practice today, he did participate. But they talked about how quick his get off is and how he's already coaching up some of his teammates. Maybe you can get Javon Dexter in there with Unique to work on that get off. But other than that, it seems like Javon Dexter's doing everything else that he needs to do. What do you guys feel about Javon? Is Javon Dexter going to be starting by the end of the season?
I'm going to say yes. An ETA. Let me see an ETA. I say before week 4. We have Javon Dexter, bro. I just love this kid, bro. You gotta let your little pit bulls go out there and play, bro. Let them play. I like both of the guys, Justin Jones and Billings, but the kid, bro, he gonna make the coaching staff put him on the field, bro. They ain't gonna have a choice.
Yeah, and he behind Justin Jones. I think Justin Jones, he's competent. Probably don't give you the splash that I think that Javon Dexter can put out there. Is still to be determined because he ain't played an NFL snap yet. But I still look at it like, man, all he got to do is just find a way for him. And if he can find a way from himself, some type of technique. I'm not really a defensive line guy. I don't know the things that they do. But if he could find a way to speed up that get off, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if he start week 1. To be honest with you,
the get off seems to be the only thing holding him back. His physicality, everything else, the speed. Once he gets going, it's just that get off. If he can get, and I absolutely see Alan Williams and Coach Eberflus just wait. Like, hey, if we can get his get off where we need it to be between now and the start of the season, I would not be surprised if Javon Dexter week 1 is a starter, bro.
Yeah, that's because like sometimes you might look at some people and they be like, man, they get off slow, but the pressure and the power that they bring can kind of make up for it. And I think it's really gonna take NFL film for the Bears to kind of determine that. They're gonna be like, damn, we know the get off can be faster, but look at how many impact plays he strung together during this time frame. So I think it ain't out of the picture for week 1.
Okay, fair enough. One of the things that I'm starting to come around to a little bit more, depending on the contract situation, and C-Dub, I got to give you a credit. I'm starting to think more and more that Jalen Johnson may be on his way out by the trade deadline, because what we're hearing, Tariq Stevenson is showing the ability to get interception, getting an interception during the 11-on-11 periods today, but him and Terrell Smith is still battling it out. But I really do think that this Bears team could look at it by midseason and think, hey, we're not coming to a contract extension. We're far off on it. Only if they're far off on the contract. If they're not, if they're only separated by a little bit, I think he stays. But if they're separated by a lot by their trade deadline, I think the Bears may go ahead and make that move, because it seems like Tyreek Stevenson and Terrell Smith are both and we already know Kyler Gordon, now that he's focused on just the nickel, has been killing it. We could have a cornerback core filled with first and second year players. What do you guys think?
Oh, bro, in a pattern match. Just look at last year with Roquan Smith. You got a young player in Jack Sanborn doing things. You can look at I'll never forget the guy. What this guy? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Robert Quinn.
Robert Quinn. There we go.
Bro.
and that's like this is the same thing. Like Ryan Poles is not going to budge, bro. Like if you don't meet the number that he wants, it ain't, I don't know. And he's not his guy. He's not one of his guys that he picked and chose to be in the team for this future. I still think he got a chance. He got an interception, I think, yesterday. That was good. It's the first time I seen him get an interception. Yeah, Sunday he got an interception. That's the first interception I seen from him in a long time. Too bad it didn't count. It's only training camp, but hey, man,
it's just, look, he just gonna have to come out there and do what he do. Then that's just what it is. And I hope he can stay healthy. I hope that he don't have no distractions. I hope that he can come out and put everything on display, because that's what it's gonna take. But he gonna have to be an impact player, in my opinion. I believe he's a solid cornerback, but I think the mindset when you come in, you got a defensive head coach with a guy that's coached great cornerbacks and defensive backs and had top 5 defenses. He wants to create turnovers, especially because that's what the goal is in cover 2. So if he can't contribute to that, it might be an issue. I'm hoping that he can come ahead and step it up. Now we got another season with most of you guys back. Make it happen. It's really that simple for him. Make it happen.
I know. I like what you said. You said Jalen Johnson he's a good cornerback. He is. He's a good cornerback. But what if Stevenson, is it possible for him to turn into a shutdown cornerback?
Yes.
So why would you? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because you need 3 to 4 solid cornerbacks for the defense to be solid. So it's not like, we have Tariq Stevenson, we have Kyler Gordon, we have Terrell Smith, and then we have also Jalen Johnson. Like, that's a solid cornerback core. The only reason that I'm like, if it wasn't for the contract situation, I probably wouldn't even consider that they look moving him, because I think they want that depth there and then want to see how the younger people are going to develop. But with the contract situation coming up, as we've seen with Ryan Poles, he ain't gonna wait, bro. If he can get some value out of you now, rather than miss out on you walking away for nothing, he's gonna do. He's gonna explore that option.
Yeah.
What does a guy like Jalen Johnson go for, like, per year?
That's the biggest thing. It's because while he gets blown up sometimes in man-to-man, but they play more zone, so I guess you're not really worried about that. It's really hard to judge because most of the high-end cornerbacks who are getting paid big money, they do force turnovers.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So
right out of my mind. perfect.
So it's really hard, and that's what I'm sure that Ryan Poles and Jalen Johnson's agent are trying to come up, because it's really hard to justify him getting the 10, $11 million per year, and you're not generating turnovers. So
Agreed. Because it's
I
tough.
think all of us will look at him like he crazy if he said he want 10, 11, 12 million. We'll look at his ass like, boy.
It depends on what the market's saying right now. Because I think guys like Jalen Ramsey saying way more than that. For sure.
yeah, I'm trying to look up the cornerback contract situation just so I know. So for example, Jair Alexander, he's getting paid $21 million a year.
Yeah, so 10, 11 would definitely be a
10,
steal.
11, yeah, 10, 11 actually probably wouldn't be that bad, bro.
For Jalen?
It won't
I'm
be bad.
honestly not looking at this because, for example, let's just compare it to Darius Williams with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Would you say that Jalen Johnson, that's comparable for Jalen
That's pretty
Johnson? Would you say
comparable.
that?
That's comparable.
I would say
He's
that.
getting paid exactly $10 million.
So that'll be a comparable deal. I think that'll be solid. Now, I don't think there's any conversation about trying to be the highest paid. And if I don't,
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's not doing the rope.
No.
Yeah, so
would y'all pay him 10 million?
I mean, right now he's getting $6 million a year.
Would y'all pay him 10?
I would pay him 10.
You would pay him 10?
I would
10 to 12.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't shake my head at 10 either, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think that's too far fetched because you still need, regardless, he's still solid, bro. He might not give you the bunch of turnovers that we looking for, but he's still solid. So, and you ain't finding too many solid cornerbacks.
And I quoted that wrong. Jalen Johnson actually isn't getting 6 right now. That was the total of his deal. He's getting paid averaging $1.6 million.
Oh yeah, he definitely finna get a payday.
Oh, he definitely getting a huge payday.
He's not finna.
He definitely deserves more than that. So
probably not from here though.
I love how he casually threw that in there too. Like, probably not from here, but he'll get
something, man.
I mean, hey, that's going to be an interesting story to watch. But like I said, I mean, he seems like he's going into the negotiations with the right mindset as well. He's not like to Bobby's point, he's not trying to like set the market like Roquan was. Yeah. So hopefully they're able to come to a deal. Because while we do have some young, promising corners to come up here, I can't say that. Like even if they do end up passing up Jalen Johnson, right? Let's say a Tyreek Stevenson, a Terrell Smith, they end up passing up Jalen Johnson, and he becomes further down your depth chart. You're still going to get value out of that. So.
Yeah. For sure.
So,
this is a very important preseason for Jalen Johnson. Then
I would think, for me personally, I think they're gonna just play the season, not the preseason. Yeah. I don't expect.
You don't think he'll play? I think he'll play the preseason.
He's gonna play. He's gonna get some snaps, but it's not gonna be significant time. They not.
You don't think so?
That'll be a waste.
I don't think we're going to see a lot of the starters too much. I think we're going to see some snaps with them, and I think we're going to see weird combinations too. Believe me, Luke Getsy's going to keep that offense under wraps the whole preseason. We're going to be frustrated as hell this preseason watching the offense. Just best believe, because we're going to be like, here we go again with the Matt offense. Here we go again. But I'm telling you, week 1 we're going to be like, hey man, did y'all know they could do that?
That's exactly what's going to happen. For real.
It's a fun time, man. Football is back, y'all. It's officially back Saturday, bro. Make sure y'all tune in to CBC, the #1 Bears coverage in the land. I don't care about ESPN or none of that. It's us.
Hey, we're going to have fun this season, man. It's going to be what it's going to be. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And this season, we're going to rock out this season, man. We have fun in the 3-14 season. Let's hope we're looking at 10, 11 wins this year. And I tell you what, you ain't seen – y'all think I'm a Bulls fan. Like I said in the group chat, I love the Chicago Bulls. I live the Chicago Bears.
Yes,
and if this team start winning, y'all gonna see a completely different. I may even be Cordero at that point. Ain't no Haize. It's
I'm the same way, man. I love my Bears, man. I love my Bears, man.
It's different, bro. It's different, man.
Hey, man.
Any last thought?
I got one last thought, man. TJ Edwards, man. He gave some compliments to the boy Noah Sewell, man. He said he really liked the kid, man. What about Jack? You ain't say nothing about Jack, man.
You got to think about it. Technically, Jack ain't practiced.
I know. The writing on the wall, man. It ain't look good, my man. Jack, man.
Hey, man, that's the one thing that I do hope. Like, there are a lot of players still out that are sitting out training camp, man. just get everybody healthy by the
Yes.
start of the
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't care if we don't see anybody else. I don't care if we don't see Tremaine Edmonds during the preseason. I don't care. Just get everybody healthy by the start of the season.
Bro. Nate Davis played today, by the way, too. He practiced today.
Yeah, that's
good.
DeMarcus Walker's still out though.
Yeah,
So
Yeah. But that's
Come on,
it, man. I think it's very important. I think next week will be very important, practicing and hearing the conversations that come out against practicing against the Indianapolis Colts. So y'all be right in tune because we're gonna report that right here for y'all as well. Make sure y'all hit me and Unc up on Shy Bulls Podcast and NBA Central. And of course, hit my man's Haize up on all social media platforms at CEO Haize. And bear down, baby. Let's go.
now, you guys can follow us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, you want to leave a text message and our voicemail 773-242-9336. You already know what it is. Chi-Town up, bear down. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.